Hello, fellas, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another moment with Ejeomah, and in today's video, I have another person that's going to be sitting and grazing this episode, and we're going to be talking all things house hunting, buying houses, whatever it is that when it comes to real estate here in Nigeria, using Ibadan as a case study. So let's welcome Richard, star boy of the show, star boy. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good.
Good, good,
All
good.
right.
All right. So now, can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay. My name is Richard from Rich Locks Properties.
Rich locks.
Yes.
Yeah, from the Richard. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Richard and Luxury. So
Oh,
Rich Locks
makes
Properties.
sense. Makes sense. So how long have you been in this um business?
Okay. We've been in this business for um over 3 years.
Because I know that a lot of people experience they go through it when it comes to house hunting anywhere. Ibadan, Abuja. I remember one time when I was in Abuja, I was looking for an apartment, and then the first thing I did obviously was to go on Instagram.
Okay.
Then I didn't find anything. Then I went online, and there were these sites where you could check. But even at that, it's just the whole stress that comes with it because you would have to deal with different agents, everything. So I want to ask a question that what are the things you look out for? One should look out for when going on such
Okay.
hunts.
House hunting generally is usually stressful if you
Mm-hmm.
don't meet or know the right set of people.
Exactly.
So you could probably go from one agent to another,
Mm-hmm.
and not just even going from one agent to another. Most agents, if not 99% of agents,
Mm-hmm.
will still charge you for agency fee. So you can
Yes.
imagine going with one agent today, you pay like say
Mm-hmm.
5K. Another
Exactly.
agent tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
you pay like 5K.
Yes.
So it keeps going like that, and at times it is inevitable because you want to get
Mm-hmm.
the best.
The
So
best.
you just need to go by it. But at the same time, there are still ways you can minimize these things. At times,
Mm-hmm.
agents just want to take you everywhere.
Yes.
So first of all, you need to know what you want.
Yes.
So another problem is budget. You
Okay.
need to know your budget, and not just know
Yes.
your budget, but also knowing your budget that will be applicable to what you want. Say for
Okay.
instance, now in Ibadan now in Body January, you still see some people still call it that. Help me get a self-contained. How much you hear for 150K? Be like, ah, obviously you go waka, you can.
Mind you, Bodija is one of the
Yeah, it's one of the top areas. Yeah,
areas.
one of them.
Yes,
So
so
in
that's
Ibadan.
why you're using that as
So
a reference. Yes.
you understand. So knowing your budget and be realistic with your budget. If
Mm-hmm.
you are realistic with your budget and you know what you want, you won't be stressed. And most times request for pictures from agents before stepping out. So most
Yes.
agents will not send you pictures because they don't have it. So they want
Yes.
you to come. So why do you need to go?
So
He's an agent, he should do his work.
so why don't they have pictures? I don't get it.
Because most agents don't be these are the modern ways. You
Okay.
picture things, and most agents they've been working for like 10 years. They'll tell you that them they didn't start with this and they are like that.
Wow, that's strange. This is the first time I'm hearing that
Yeah.
because in Abuja, I'm using Abuja as a reference because that's what I was used to. So I would just go on their sites Gigi and all
Yeah,
those
yeah. It still works here in
okay
Ibadan as
in
well.
Ibadan
Yes.
because I would see pictures there
Yes.
and then I would phone them and then they would take
But
me.
most times, what happens with all these online platforms, I don't mention names, is you see a property and
Yes.
apparently that property is not available,
Yes.
but they just want to get calls through
Girls.
that property. So when you call them, sorry, oh, this
But there's
property is not
another one.
available, but there's another one. No, let us go and check that one. That
Mm-hmm.
is the beginning
Mm-hmm.
of your journey.
Yes.
You just keep working from there.
I would like to ask, what are the maybe top three things to look out for when you are going to apartment run?
Well, it depends on you as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Some people usually focus on the things that they shouldn't focus on.
Like the ceiling.
You understand? I think I've said that
Yeah,
before.
yeah. You
Yeah.
said you mentioned it.
People will tell you that no, my house should have POP.
Yes.
Excuse you.
But
What is it?
you want the aesthetics now.
Yes, now is the it all now depends on your creativity.
See, okay.
Now you want POP, and POP. Well, the reason why people say POP is because they believe that a house that has POP is more like a modern
A
house.
house, yeah.
But if that's the reason, it's still okay. But if you are saying POP because you just want POP, then that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have a ceiling and you can decorate it the way you want it and to still look good.
Look good,
You
yeah.
can have the normal roof and you still look good. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not the POP is not the key thing. So at the same time, it still depends on you.
Yes.
It could be proximity to work, it could be
Yes, very
proximity to
important.
places, it could be proximity to, in fact, proximity to work is key.
It's
Because
key,
you say, for instance,
proximity.
in Ibadan, you
Yes.
can't be living in challenge and then your work is at Ojo. Come on,
Yes, it doesn't make
it
sense.
doesn't work. So those are the things to look at for.
Proximity,
Yeah,
very important.
proximity is very key. And
Yes.
even the house itself, functionality of the house,
Mm.
it's also important. Go into the house, check how functional it is. Fine, it might not be as good as you want.
Yes.
I tell my clients, when you get to an apartment and you see that, oh, it's not painted, it's dirty, it's dirty because somebody used it. It's unpainted or the paints are
Mm.
fading because somebody used it. When you paint it, when you keep it clean, you will like it.
I was thinking like you have to check if the pump. I don't even know. Like if
The plumbing work.
yes, like the toilet, everything. Because there are houses that you go to these places and like the toilet, and it's not working, or like there's something disconnected, or
Anyways,
there's no water flowing in.
now that is not even a priority because
Really?
all of these things are things that could be fixed.
Okay.
So if you are announcing that because of that you don't want to live in a very good house that is close to your workplace and you know that everything is working
It's
fine,
working fine.
and you're not saying because one plumbing work is not common.
So it's something that you
If
can just
anything that you can fix, you fix it. You are renting an apartment, it's not your house forever, yeah, but you want to put it to standard to be able to make you feel comfortable living in it.
mm-hmm.
So anything that you can do to do, you do it.
Yes.
So even the bulbs, you will find the bulb, you won't find chandelier in the house. You can decide to
Yeah, I
remove the
get you.
bulb and put your own lighting, put your own chandelier,
Mm-hmm.
remove the curtain, do it your own way, clean the if the bathroom does not have water heater, you can decide to put your own water heater. You
No,
can
but
try to do all of
okay,
those
okay.
things,
I get your point, right? But like I'm looking for people that like are just staying for like maybe a year, like for say like a core member or something like that. I'm
Eh,
moving into
if you can manage it, manage it. That's
because
it. If you can't manage it, change it.
okay,
Mm.
so let me say something. There's one weird thing I found in Ibadan, right? Say so house is available. They'll
Mm.
not be like no tiling, right? Or they will say something as ridiculous as running water, and I'll be wondering like, is the water not supposed to run in the first place? Like, would I be moving to an apartment? They are telling me, okay, like the perks for me is running water, but
Okay.
I expect that should be part of what because funny enough, there are houses here in Ibadan where people live and there is no water
Yes,
inside
of course.
the
That you need
house,
to
and
fetch
you
water.
have
Yes.
to go and fetch water and stuff.
And that's why I mentioned earlier budget.
Yes, budget.
So if like for instance now you want to live in Bodija, you have 150K. You should know that kind of house the
You get
agent will eventually, after going around for like 5 days contacting all agents, you might now finally end up seeing one
yeah.
that probably you need to go outside to fetch water, or you go out to go and urinate or use the toilet, or you go outside to go have your bath and
Yeah,
all of those things.
yeah,
So
yeah.
budget is actually very
Very
key.
important.
If you want something good, your budget should speak for it. You understand?
Yes.
So
But like what's a good like start budget for like say you're talking to someone that okay, I'm moving to Ibadan, please, like what should I look at?
okay, you
What
are
am I
moving
going
to
to
Ibadan. You want like a self-contained.
contain? Let's start with the
Okay,
self-contained.
self-contained, a good one. You should depend on the location again, anyways.
Yes.
But averagely,
Averagely,
Ibadan
yes.
general average standard and everything, at least old like maybe 250, around 250,000 for
Okay.
rent alone.
Yes.
Ehen.
Rent
Rent
alone.
alone. Yes, because there is a place of the total package, which is in Ibadan, is usually 40% plus the rent, 40% of the rent plus the rent, then now comes with the service charge.
So that at the end of the day, that 250 we're paying about like 400.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
crazy. Like
about that.
So yeah, for the top three things you mentioned proximity. Then the second one, we actually shot this video before, but it wasn't really like giving guys. So in the other video, you said electricity, not like the song.
Well, electricity is not. I mean, I tell people electricity is not a thing. It's a general problem. It's a Nigerian factor.
Yes, but there are some places, of course, like you want to
It's a
know.
Nigerian factor. So at times when there, if you need electricity, go and buy a inverter
No,
or
we're
buy
talking
solar.
about. Okay, so when we're talking this house, something like okay, yeah, depends
You
on your
understand?
budget. So you can buy.
Electricity is not a thing, a factor that one can change
Yes.
because it's what NEPA gives you, you will use. You
Mm.
can't call NEPA and tell them to give you lights now.
Yes, but there's some areas that like you will know that okay, this place they have.
And but another thing you should consider is that the light might be good today doesn't mean tomorrow it will be good.
Mm,
Say for instance, I heard of one area, Elebu area, their light used to be the best light in Ibadan.
mm-hmm,
But for months now, the light
mm,
hasn't been good. So if you are moving to one area because you heard that the light is good, and eventually after 1 month everything goes bad.
let's go to buying apartments
Okay.
and renting. No, not renting, like buying like lands here. So if there's someone out there maybe that wants to know like
Mm.
how would they go about it, what documents and what to look out for so that they don't end up getting themselves in the mud.
If you want to buy a property, you going out there, you don't know how it works, how it plays. So you need an agent that knows about the real estate sector to be able
Mm-hmm.
to put you through. So get yourself an agent first, and for any property you want to get, ensure you do your own due diligence, irrespective whether you have an agent. Ensure you do your own. You can go as far as maybe going to land, the um, survey
Mm-hmm.
office, and everything to ensure that all the documents are good and are accurate
Mm-hmm.
before transacting.
I think there has to be a lawyer in this.
Yes,
Yes.
you can don't do any transaction without definitely involving a lawyer
Yes.
because preparing your deed of assignment, your agreement, and all of those documents will be done by a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
So the lawyer will also be involved in it before transactions like that. But what actually determine your investment
Yes.
is not buying. Like I heard of somewhere that you don't buy something because it is cheap,
Mm.
then when the price goes up you know how to sell. That's
Mm.
that's not the right way to invest.
Invest.
You look for a good thing that has a good value,
Value. Mm.
then you can now negotiate to get a good price of that thing that has a very good value. Then few months down the line or giving it time, you can now resell at an higher price, but it has a good value.
Yes.
You understand? So once you can, there are properties here in Ibadan that have very good value.
Mm. How do you
So
tell like okay this
yeah, say for
let's
instance
go.
now you can get to somewhere that you know that okay on an average the property here is like maybe 20 million and somebody is calling you that Whitlocks, there's this property, I just want to sell it. If you see a buyer for 15 million, I'm ready to let it go. That's a good property. So bringing somebody in to buy that kind of property, buying that 15 million, in the next 2 months, you can just decide that okay, me, I want to sell it for 22 million.
Okay.
In the next 2 months, you're already making like 7 million. So that can happen in Lagos, it can happen in Ibadan, it's happening everywhere. So another thing that also determines the value of a property is the demand and supply.
Supply, yeah.
When the demand is high,
Mm.
but the supply is low, say for instance now getting property like in place like Oluyole and Kolaposhula phase 1, you will hardly get a landed property there.
Mm.
So the few ones that you will find, the any price the owner place on it, if you
That's
want it,
it.
you buy it. If you don't want it, leave it. Somebody that wants it will come.
You go and buy
Maybe
it.
the guy bought it like maybe 5 million years ago when the
Yes.
supply was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The demand might be averagely or the same to the supply, so fine. But now that the supply is low, but the demand is high, so even if he says he wants to sell it for 100 million,
Yes.
you will get somebody that will
That will
buy
buy
it
it
for the
because
100
now
million.
there's
So always look for properties that the supply is low, but the value or the demand is high. So even when you buy it for 200 million.
Yes.
The demand is still there. You can
Yes.
now decide to sell it for 300 million.
Exactly.
People will still
Exactly.
buy.
That's the good one. That's the good
So
one. Thank you very, very much. Do you have any final words to say?
what
How
other
we go?
final word do I want to say aside everything that I've said? So I think we've said,
We've practically said like touched most of the
yeah,
spaces, like a
yeah.
bit. We're
We've
not going
scratched the
in. Yeah,
surface.
scratch the
So if you want to
surface.
see what is inside the surface,
Inside,
you know,
let us into your this is when you let us know like what we can do if you want to scratch inside.
we're-
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. So you can always reach out to
Yes.
us. We have different pages in Ibadan, which locks properties for properties within
It's
Ibadan.
worldwide thing, no? It's a worldwide
Then
thing,
we
guys.
have
It's not just in Ibadan,
which
guys.
locks properties. That's for properties in Lagos.
In
So
Lagos.
you can follow us for any real estate consultation. We'll be there to help you
Yes.
get the best deal out there.
Lagos, Ibadan,
Ibadan, Canada, UK, Dubai, anywhere you
international
hear real estate,
concern,
just
guys.
reach out. If you want to invest anywhere, we are here for you.
Invest, rent, buy, whatever it is you want to do,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? So even advices too. So you
Mm-hmm.
can even carry them along and
Consultation, yeah.
everything. So guys, you don't need to worry about that. I think I can vouch for you. So that's what's up. So thank you very much for gracing
Yeah, yeah.
this show. Anyway, like guys, I'll put all the description like is the link to his page in the description box, so you can just get to that when you ever you see this video. Okay. Thank you very much and stay blessed, and I'll see you in another video. Peace out. Bye.